I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You'll be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Eat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warrior's Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP. Bye, honey. We love you.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger. When you join a community that works together to lift each other up. A place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's realizing a busy life doesn't mean you have to give up on your lifelong dreams, or using music to do something more than just entertain, or combining your entrepreneurial spirit with your affection for the arts. The path you take is up to you, but you won't be alone. Along the way, you'll receive mentorship from faculty who take the time to understand you, whether it's staying after class to look over an assignment, or just hanging out during office hours. Your journey starts here, but the Drury experience goes beyond the boundaries of the classroom and around the world. So get outside your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, get loud, take center stage. Ask to have class outside just because you can. Fuse your brightest ideas with your best memories. And if you get knocked down, get back up. We'll be here for you. This is your journey. This is where you belong. Look around. This is where you become who you're meant to be.
Today will not be easy. But you did not choose the easy path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
You will be tested every minute that you are out there. And you will be better for it. We are Drury!
There's no time for fear in this room. When I look in your eyes, I see focus. I see intensity. I see an unrelenting desire to be unstoppable.
You have been waiting for this moment, and your moment is here. Who are we? We are Drury!
Who are we? We are Drury! Who are we? We are!
And live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is Drury Panther hockey as D3 action. The Drury Panthers take on Maryville University. It's the third game for Maryville University this weekend as they played Missouri State earlier on in the week. And now they take on the Drury Panthers as we are live from the Brightspeed broadcast booth. And hello, everybody. I'm Steve Casson with you. Thanks for tuning in as we have another game, a breakfast game, if you call it that, of hockey between these two teams. Now, Drury has not played since December 6th. A 3-0 loss to McKendree. We'll see how they get out of the gate here today. But as I mentioned, Maryville with a 3-0 loss on Friday to Missouri State, a 3-2 loss on Saturday to Missouri State. So we'll see what happens as they are all ready to go. Let's take a look at the WSR pregame report, and we'll get an idea of what these two teams are all about here this weekend. Well, if you look at the top leaders for the Drury Panthers, that includes Cedric Cardinal. Now, Cardinal, 7 goals, 8 assists, 15 points for him. And Cardinal does not have any points in the past 3 games. Caleb Limpert, 7-7, 14 points. And for Limpert, his last goal was against McKendree back on December 5th. Riley O'Connor is third, and for O'Connor, no points in the past 3 games, 4 goals and 10 assists for him. Richard Bazant, 4 goals and 9 assists, 13 points for Bazant. Last point was an assist against McKendree on December 5th. And Cody Larenko, he is 5th, 4 goals, 7 assists, averaging .92 points per game. He also leads the team with 3 power play goals, which is interesting because Larenko only has 4 goals this season. Take a look at the goaltenders. Now, there are 3 on the list. Of course, Dylan Gons in 4 games. He's 2-0-1. Cade Henderson also listed. He has not played a game thus far for the team. And Garrett Limpert in 13 games. He is 4-9 with a 4.97 goals against average, and an .810 save percentage. Combined, the team is 7-9-1, which of course their record this season. No shutouts to the team's tallies thus far. The top 5 for the McKendree Bearcats. D'Angelo Ferrari leads the team with 10 goals and 5 assists, and right now Ferrari did have a 3-game point scoring streak. He has not scored in the past couple of games, so he unfortunately not only lost that streak, but when you talk about leaders for the team, Ferrari still trying to find the net here this weekend. Danny Leahy, 14 points, 5 goals, 9 assists, and for Leahy, his last goal was against Mizzou on December 6th. Colin Amel, 6 goals and 5 assists, 11 points for him. And for Amel, he still, again, this weekend, looking for some scoring to help his club out. Lucas McMillan, he is 4th, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points, .58 points per game. And Caden Whaley, he is 5th. Whaley, 2 goals and 8 assists this season. Speaking of McMillan, he has 3 game-winning goals to his credit. And they do have a new player, Nick Eberline. He got a goal in yesterday's game, so he has tallied on the scoreboard. Also, Rusty Hess, the only other player to get a goal this weekend for Maryville, again, as they were shut out 3-0 in game number 1. The goaltending. Tonight starting will be Tyler Montgomery. Montgomery this season is 5-4, and I believe, he's 5-4, because Danny Olmachinsky, he is 5-4-1 with that overtime loss that they had. But Montgomery, 3.07 goals against average and an .891 save percentage. He has played 547 minutes for the hockey club. Combined 10-8-1 this season. We'll take a look at the matchup here, and again, the records: 7-9-1 for the Panthers, 10-8-1 for the Maryville Saints. Goals for, the Panthers lead in that. Goals against, just 2.89 goals against for Maryville. The goal differential favors the Saints. And if you look at the power play, it is Drury, 14 for 24, 35 point. I take that back. 14 for. I'll have to double check on these stats. The stats I have are not entirely correct. Although, if I remember right, I figured this out because of the last time we saw these two teams. I believe it's 14 for 42, 35.1%. We'll double check on that one, though. And if you look at the stats for the Saints, 6 for 44, 13.6% on the power play, and they have allowed 13 of 46, 71.7 on the power, or the penalty kill, that is. And that is the matchup between these two teams as we close out the WSR pregame report here today. The officials, you see them right there. They have made their way out onto the ice, blocking our center ice camera. And this had the Maryville Saints making their way out onto the ice. And in just a moment, we'll hear from Kevin Klein, the public address announcer, as we get the on-ice festivities going here at Brightspeed Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for joining us for breakfast here. Get your cup of coffee ready, your breakfast burrito, and get going. And Gabby Marler, my camera lady. Gabby, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
I did not eat anything, Steve.
So you just came here straight without eating anything?
Yeah, I just came here and I just got here. I'm not a big breakfast person. I can't eat first thing in the morning. It's weird, but
That's the most important, breakfast.
I know, it's just hard.
Well, I guess if you're a hockey team, the most important is winning, right?
Yeah.
So Drury has made their way out onto the ice. We get ready for Kevin Klein to talk to us.
Good morning, and welcome to the Stan Melton Arena inside Brightspeed Ice Park for today's regular season ACHA Division III matchup between the visitors from Maryville University and your Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper and clock operator for today is Georgia Powell. Today's officials, referee Sean Fitzpatrick, linesman Mark Marzola and Griffin Green. Penalty box officials Danny McIntyre and Cole Vance. The broadcast team is led by Steve Casson with Web Sports Radio, and the music director is the Empress of Opera, Jaden Robb. Now, for this morning's starting lineups, first for the visitors from Maryville University. At left wing, number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari. At right wing, number 16, Gavin Free. Center, number 6, Danny Leahy. Left defense, number 4, Nathan Meek. Right defense, number 55, Michael Kreis. And goal, number 1, Tyler Montgomery. Maryville head coach is Aaron Romeril and assistant Brian Hall.
Who is that? Who's in there?
Hello, Maryville. You made the draws down I-44. You had 3 hours to reconsider. But you didn't. Not smart.
Turns and shoots, he scores! Turns and shoots, he scores! Turns and shoots, he scores! He scores! He scores! He scores!
So let's play a game.
And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starting 6 for your Drury University Panthers! At left wing, a senior from Tampa, Florida, number 37, Patty Lafutis. At right wing, a senior from East Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 18, Riley O'Connor. At center, a sophomore from Baldwin, Missouri, number 26, Caleb Lippert. At left defense, a senior from Fenton, Missouri, number 2, Neil Serrato. At right defense, a senior from Shawnee, Kansas, number 24, Caleb Schmitz. And in goal, a senior from Baldwin, Missouri, number 30, Garrett Lippert. The Panthers are led by head coach Brett Lathan, assistant coach Mitch Munson. The Panthers strength coach is Corey Roy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to continue standing if you're able. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem from the Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. As we get ready to start We thought it was a 10 o'clock start. It became a 10:30 start. So for those of you that may have been waiting a while, we apologize. Hopefully you're able to have breakfast and all of that and get ready to go as we are here for this game. Drury Panthers come in 7-9-1. Maryville 8, make that 10-8-1. And a couple of games that they have lost thus far on the weekend, hoping to turn things around for them. Again, the Panthers have not skated since December 6th, so this will be the first time for them to get on the ice in an organized situation. But Brett Lathan has his team ready to go. And Arn Romelli has his Maryville Saints ready to get going here as the face-off is won, and the Panthers will bring it into the zone, but no control there. Puck at the line. It's Caleb Limpert to push the puck through. Starting goaltender tonight, Garrett Limpert, 4.49 with a 4.97 goals against average, 810 save percentage. Yes, both of the Limperts are related. And Tyler Montgomery, he's the starter once again. He started Friday's game against Missouri State, and now he's in for this one. Rotating the goaltender core, back behind the net, flipped over off to the left point. Nobody there as Louis Fournier was deciding if he was going to take the left or the right, depending on how things went. Now Tyler Sillenpaw steals it and kicks it down in low. Sillenpaw to work it. 1 goal for him this season. Now over to Fournier. Louis lets it go. It goes to the point. Now to the half boards. Back down to Louis. Now to Cody Lourenco. He'll push it through. Step in front of him. Takes the puck. Steals it, but doesn't clear. Now to Fournier. He keeps it in. Puck popped in to the corner now for Cedric Cardinal. He's right out in front as the shot comes from up high by Devin Gilligan. And a save by Montgomery. 18:41 to go in the period. Face-off will be to the right of Montgomery. Officials for today's game, Griffin Green and Sean Fitzpatrick are the referees. Mark Marzola is the linesman. Off to the right side, dropped down in by Sillenpaw. Work behind the net to Lyons, but he lets it go. Tipped off the stick of Whaley. Now to the far side. It's taken away and cleared. Sent all the way down. The goaltender, Limpert, comes out, and he is able to clear. That's Garrett Limpert. Ground by Whaley. Sent down in. Panthers will set it up again. Well, they almost lost it. Now they do get it out to center. That's as far as it goes. Returned back in by Jared Ledecky. Out of St. Peters, Missouri. To the corner. Kept in. Well, it was momentarily hit a stick and ricocheted back out. Full sail change for Maryville. The Panthers will have possession in their own zone. 17:45 to go in the period. Puck flipped down and off of the stick of Elijah Briss. Behind the net. He's on the ice. Puck to the far side. Now coming through is Antonio Cordova, playing his second game for the Panthers. Up top. Now driven down, slapped off the boards by Gannon Stiegel. Up in the front, a shot by Evans blocked. Rebound, it's cleared to the corner and taken by Stiegel. He'll drop it down low. Loved by Amel, and he's not able to clear it yet. Panthers keep it in. We're going to get a penalty coming up. It's a delayed call, and who's it go against? Apparently, it's not against Drury. They had possession of the puck, and play continued, and nobody really knew who the penalty was against, but it finally gets called, and it is against the Panthers. It's a high stick. Into the box for Drury, I believe, is Zon Warner, 27. First power play opportunity for the Panthers.
Zon Warner, 2-minute minor for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 2:59.
That's the call, as it is Maryville's chance to try to put at least some shots on the board. It's 3-0 in favor of Drury shots-wise. But it'll be Whaley with it. Now right side drive. The first shot is put on as Leahy gets that one. So a 3-1 shot advantage now. Still no score in the first period. Puck up top. A drive in is blocked on Whaley's attempt. Now up top again, a save with the right leg pad as Whaley is just firing left and right here. Back behind the net. Whaley has it again. This time he elects to go left side. Drive, and it just missed. That one by Ferrari. Now the puck is flipped out to center and sent down. 58 seconds remaining. The power play seems to be a good one now. At least shots-wise, they have two do Maryville. A drive comes in, a save, it's loose on the drive by Eberline, and the Panthers defense is able to clear. As the goaltender, Limpert, was down and out. He had made the first save, was hoping for his defense to clear, and they did. Right side, Ledecky. Dropped it off to ML. He sends it behind the net. Does he connect with Ledecky? Well, stepping in front of him is Gilligan. Devon in his 10th game, still looking for some points. 13 seconds to go on the power play. Shots even up at 3, so 3 on this power play for Maryville. 3 shots, that is. You hear the countdown by the goaltender. Power play has expired. Going straight to the bench is Warner. Back to 5-on-5. The Panthers have control. They'll bring it out of their own zone. Patrick Labutis. They'll send it back, and the Panthers set it up. Gilligan drops it down. Now sent it right through was Caleb Limpert. Intercepted. Here's Meek. He tries to push it through, but it's returned back across the line into the Maryville zone. Louis Fournier with a forecheck. Panthers still have possession. Kicked into the corner. Now taken by Riley O'Connor. O'Connor to push it through. Still behind the net. Dug out by Fournier. Up top. Here it comes to Cordova with a drive and a good save by Montgomery. Rebound out in front. Montgomery with a huge save. They rebound. They score. The initial save on Warner, but then the rebound is put back, and the Panthers have the lead. It'll be Louis Fournier, and he will get his 8th goal of the season. It's 1-0 in favor of Drury. First save, huge save there. The rebound, another great save, and then the putback up over the shoulder of the goaltender Montgomery, and Fournier with his 8th.
Panthers goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 76, Louis Fournier. Assisted on the play by number 27, Son Warner, and number 13, Alberto Cordova. Time of the goal, 6:23.
A 1-0 lead for the Panthers. So a big goal for Drury here. And again, they have not played since December, so anytime you can get a goal, you're a happy camper. Penalty coming up, unfortunately. Cedric Cardinal is in the box.
Scored by number 76, Louis Fournier. Assisted by number 27, Zon Warner. Number 13, Alberto Cordova. Time of the goal, 6:04. Drury penalty to number 8, Cedric Cardinal. 2-minute minor for interference. Time of the penalty, 6:32. Cardinal, 2-minute minor for interference at 6:32.
So that catches you up in all of that. Meanwhile, stoppage and play will bring it back down into the Maryville end of the ice. They adjusted the time to 6:04. Now with 1:30 remaining. Puck up top again. Spun around to Whaley, now sent over as Rusty Hess will bring it all the way around. Puck up top, Whaley with a drive again. Panthers are trying to clear. They almost had the puck. Now it comes off the boards, right out in front. The goaltender, Montgomery, will steer it aside as Gannenstiegel, that is, almost had a break and a good chance. 56 remaining. Panthers are able to clear. They will complete a line change. McMillan with a drive in. Lucas McMillan, 6 goals, 5 assists, no points in the past 8 games for him, unfortunately. Drive comes in, tip, they score. This may be Eberlein's goal. If it is, a 2-game goal scoring streak for him. And it looks like it will be. He leads the line, so Eberlein will get his 2nd straight goal. He scored one against Missouri State yesterday, as he's right there to tip it in. So the 2nd goal for Eberlein. And Maryville has tied this game up. Play comes in. The Panthers get a shot that goes wild into the corner. Now the puck is cleared
Saints
out
goal,
to center ice.
a power play goal, scored by number 27, Nick Eberlein, assisted by number 93, Jared Ledecky. Time of the power play goal, 8:03. Eberlein from Ledecky at 8:03.
Stoppage and play here with 11:17 to go in the period. Face-off will be to the right of the goaltender. His left, right as you look at it, Montgomery. Once again, Whaley with it. Panthers will bring it out to center, and they'll set it up. Shots even up at 5 apiece. Puck driven down around, stopped by the goaltender Limpert. He'll send it over to the corner. It breaks free to Sean Stesiak. He gets a opportunity up front. It's sent up once again to Whaley. His drive, as it goes wide, a right side shot knocks the net off. So we will set it up again. .10:43 to go in the period. Again, our first period intermission guest will be Cody Lorenko. Here's Whaley with a drive in. It's blocked back behind the net. It'll go to Schmitz, who will send it all the way down. Puck is tipped up and out, so it should stay in the zone as it was tipped by a Saint. Six shots apiece as we move on with 10:16 remaining in period 1. Coming up at 1:30, it'll be Division I action. Drury and Maryville. And yesterday's game, if you missed it, ended up in a Drury 2-1 win in overtime. Here come the Panthers. D3 Panthers sent behind the net. Kept in on the point by Gilligan. 9:36 to go in the period. Joe Davidson getting the overtime goal at 3:19 yesterday for the Drury Panthers, who now improve on the Division I side to 19-1. Here's a good move by Fournier, who gets it into the zone on the left side. It's taken away and slapped out by Kress, and all the way down. We'll get an icing call here. Two goals thus far. Fournier his 8th at 6:04. Eberline his 2nd at 8:03. Here's a break. Tipped by Ferrari. He's going to come in all alone. He shoots, he scores! Maryville takes the lead for the first time this weekend. 2-1, and I mentioned Ferrari, their leading scorer, has finally gotten back on the scoreboard. This is his 11th goal of the season. As he breaks free from the half of the rink on. And Maryville here in the first period at 10:56.
Maryville goal, unassisted goal, scored by number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari. Time of the goal, 10:56. Ferrari unassisted at 10:56.
So a 2-1 lead for Maryville. And here come the Panthers. Trying to get even up again. Stegel across the line, drops it back. Schmitz lost it. We come the other way. This could be a break. Amel has a 2-on-0. Amel, by the time he catches up, the Panthers catch up too, and a save by Limpert. So no harm, no foul there. 8:17 in the clock rolling. Puck back behind the net. Flipped up. Gloved. Panthers have it. And taken by Jake Lyons and sent down. Once again, it's Whaley. You could argue that puck possession time, right now the leader is Whaley. He has had the puck and he has had several shots, and especially this one here that Limpert kind of had trouble with, and he'll have to cover it up. Too bad possession doesn't help you on the scoreboard. But a 2-1 lead for Maryville. Drury took the lead in the beginning at 6:04 on Fournier's 8th. Then it was Eberline, his 2nd on the power play at 8:03, and then at 10:56, Ferrari, his 11th unassisted. Here come the Panthers with Evans. Shot in, good save, Montgomery. Checked by Gilligan. Up the middle, taken by Meek. 3-on-3, Meek across the line, enough to be broken up by Sillenpaw and cleared out to center. Sent in by Brody Bean. Still looking for his first goal for the Panthers. Just a few players still looking for their first. Puck chipped out and in front of the Panthers, Schmidt was Meek, so he gave up the chase. Or was that Limpert? That was actually Limpert, 26, not 24. Panthers on a short change, but they bring it across. Here's a drive by Patrick Labutis. It's blocked. Now O'Connor with it. Gets around the stick check of Hess. Now the right side, a drive that's blocked as Cordova got the drive. Taken by Hebert. He'll bring it in. Cross ice pass intercepted. Good play there by Cordova. Here come the Panthers. Lead pass goes to Labutis across the line, looking for some opportunity there. Couldn't get it. And it's shoved out to center. Limpert with a good hit. Play behind the net now. Panthers recover. And it's flipped in by Limpert. O'Connor down behind the net. Puck is cleared out to center. Limpert will set it up. And Drury with 5:23 remaining. Trying to get it up to center. Off a Cardinal stick. Drury with a change. Tipped down in by Schmitz and chased by Fournier. Now to Schmitz. Sends it to Lourenco. Shot. Save by Montgomery. Lourenco right there in front. Montgomery with the save. Panthers get back on side. Here's Lourenco. Has some room. He shoots. Pad save Montgomery. Fournier with it. Now Lourenco. He gets it up top. Finds a man. Here is Gilligan with a drive. It's blocked in. Out to center ice it goes. Panthers with some pressure here. Now they lead in shots. 9-8. 4:32 to go in this period. Sent back to Gilligan. Now to Fournier. He gets checked out of the play. Across the line. Here's Gage Robb. He'll work it through. Robb this season, a goal and an assist. Now a lead pass deflected away off of ML, but he picks it up. Drive up high, misses wide. Ricochets out to center ice. Taken by Zarilla. Off of his stick. Now come the Panthers. Stegel with it. He'll wait. Drops it back. Who's there for the Panthers? Oh, Cordova a little too late, but Drury will regain possession. 3:38 remains. Puck flipped up high along the boards. Now taken away by Maryville, in a shot by McMillan goes wide. Puck is cleared out to center and sent all the way down back into the Maryville zone. Drury with a quick change here. Now Elijah Briz. He looks for a pass off the boards on the far side. Taken by Labutis. 4 goals, 6 assists for Labutis this season. Panthers caught in a change. There's Connor Crowley on the ice now. Crowley drops it down. 2:47 remains. Up top, drive in and a save as Whaley got the drive, and Limpert fights it off, is able to make the save. 2:36 remains. A 2-1 lead for Maryville. 2:36 to go in period number 1. Panthers able to steal. Get it up to center ice. Across the line, it'll go to Nick Lowe. Drops it back, drive comes in, and a save Montgomery on the shot by Neil Serrato. 2:24 remains. Puck driven down low. Stasiak is able to drive it behind the net. Pass makes it to Hebert. Puck back out with 2:03 remaining. Hebert to chase it down. Stepping in front of him, Caleb Schmidt. Spin around shot blocked, and the Panthers will have it. They're looking for a 3-on-3 into this zone. Driving in is Bean, and a save by Montgomery. Shots at 11-9 in favor of the Panthers. Draw one, Panthers have it. Sent over to the left side, Gilligan. It gets sent behind the net. Limpert is there. He pushes his way through. Stasiak can't clear. O'Connor has it for the Panthers. O'Connor tried to thread the needle, didn't work. Puck flipped by Hess and out to center. Here's Sillenpaw. Plays defense with Stasiak, and the pass goes over to the right side. It'll be grabbed by Kress, and now we get the goaltender upended in front. And a couple of players getting a little into things there. The puck moves through, and then you could see trying to fight his way through was Lincoln Duffy, and runs over the goaltender. .118 to go in the period. Again, coming up, first period intermission, Cody Larenko. He'll be our guest, an oldie but goodie. We talked to him the last time that Drury was at home back in December. Delay in the face-off for some reason. Well, the reason is the goaltender, Limpert, getting set and ready, so there we go. Face-off one. Maryville with it. Drive sails up high. Off the stick of Ferrari. Now Ferrari with it again. Puck out to center.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute remaining.
Here's Sillenpaw. Drop down. Limpert is able to get it towards the back of the net. Oh, big hit as an elbow was put in by Riley O'Connor, put an elbow on Briz. Now here come Maryville with Zarilla. This pass broken up. Cleared out with 32 to go. Puck out in front, they score as it was a loose puck on the left side, and Hess will get the goal. It is 3-1 in favor of Maryville. So for Hess, that is his second straight goal. He scored one yesterday. Just right there to put it in. So come into the weekend with no goals this season, and he may end up with at least two.
Maryville goal, his second of the game, scored by number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari, assisted by number 6, Danny Leahy. Time of the goal, 19:35. Ferrari, his second of the game, from Leahy at 19:35.
Well, my eyes deceived me. I thought that was number 18, but they're saying 19. So Ferrari, as he mentioned, second of the game. That's his 12th of the season.
That's the end of the first period, fans. Recapping the first period activity. At the 2:59 mark, Drury penalty to number 27, Zon Warner, 2-minute minor for high sticking. Drury goal at the 6:04 mark. His 8th of the season, scored by number 76, Louis Fournier, assisted by number 27, Zon Warner, and number 13, Alberto Cordova. Drury penalty at the 6:32 mark, 2-minute minor for interference to number 8, Cedric Cardinal. Maryville goal, a power play goal at 8:03, scored by number 27, Nick Eberline, assisted by number 93, Jared Ledecky. Maryville goal at 10:56, scored by number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari. Goal was unassisted. And Ferrari again at 19:35, assisted by number 6, Danny Leahy. Fans last night, the Drury University D1 program, ranked 5th in the country, took on the number 6th ranked Maryville Saints. 2-1 overtime victory for your Drury University Panthers. Those same two teams right here at 1:30 after this game.
Well, thanks, Kevin Klein, for telling us all that we needed to tell everybody else, but you see a 3-1 lead after one period of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Cody Lorenko will be our guest in just a moment. Panthers trail by 2. We'll be back.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with the 5th leading scorer of the Drury Panthers, and Cody Lorenko. 4 goals, 7 assists in 11 games. That means a point a game. I know that we talked a second ago, and you said, well, you know, I've been out a few games. But, hey, 5th in scoring, you got to like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm just happy to be here.
You know, that's the one thing I've noticed about you. Your attitude is you're just happy to be here. So what made you decide to want to come to Drury?
Honestly, I've never even heard of it before. I was at a showcase down in Boston when I played in Chicago for a season, and I was approached, and this new program that was starting up here at Drury, and never knew where it was on the map. Told my parents about it, and they're like, oh, I don't know where that is. I'm like, I don't know, it's somewhere in Missouri. Never really thought of it. Came down here and toured it, and absolutely I really enjoyed it. They had the programs that I wanted, and just kicked off from there, and just been here since the beginning, and just started with one of the people that started this program and stuck with it for what's just still going on right now. It's just on, especially D1, this program that we're running here at Drury is just phenomenal, and it's off to a good start.
Now, did you have other schools you were looking at?
I had a couple. One was in New York, in Oswego. It would be Syracuse, around that area. A couple other ones. I also had a year of juniors remaining, but I just said I wanted to go to school, and I just wanted to start hitting the books and just get going. So.
Well, now, speaking of school, that is something that I'm sure you've thought of. Do you know what you want to be when you grow up?
I'm a computer science major, so I'm one of the nerdier types. There's not too many athletes that you'll find that are doing computer science, more of a nerdy thing. I'm far from it, but yeah, I'm trying to get a job in with EA Sports, something I've always wanted to do growing up, especially as a kid playing lots of NHL games, especially being from Canada. Growing up, everything's related around hockey, and it's something that I've always dreamed about, and just gives me a drive.
So more of the programming. You want to get into the programming and be able to create games?
Create games, manage teams from around the world. Lucky I got a couple connections. That stuff's kind of in the works, and hopefully everything just funnels into place. But it all starts with just having good grades and just keeping up with school, and time management's a huge thing, especially playing both hockey and lacrosse here at Drury for the past 4 years. Obviously, I suffered an injury last year with my ACL and was out, and that was a really big mental setback with me, and just wasn't a great time, but you know, we pushed through it, and just never thought I'd be able to be here again, you know, playing hockey and just doing what I've been doing since I've been very little, right? So, but yeah, programming, doing games, anything to do with it, anything to do with the games, any kind of sports, just to keep my mind into what I've been doing all my life.
Well, let's circle back. You said you've got an in with teams. Now, what do you mean by that when you say you've got an in with teams? I guess what I'm asking is, what would that be that you would be doing?
Would be project management. So be managing teams is kind of what I want to do. Teams from around the world, obviously, there's just not a bunch of people that make games. It's all around the world. It's just everybody staying connected throughout time zones, time changes, countries, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of more of a production side of role. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm heading right now.
Okay, so you want to be that guy that manages the specific teams that will be designing whatever it is they design.
You got it. Yeah. So it would be different parts of a team. So say give it NHL, they have their ratings. You know, NHL Sidney Crosby's an 89 overall. They got specific teams that work on that stuff and funnel everything together. So it's really complex, but once you start learning it and figuring it out, it's not as bad as you think.
So then I guess the question is, would you want to do something involved in hockey, or would it be any sport? Or
hockey would be the dream, but let's start with baby steps. Let's just get my foot in the door first and see. Could even be golf or ping pong. I'm not
okay. I see what you're saying. So, and again, to understand this, when you say you would be managing this, like you mentioned, let's say Crosby, like maybe there is a set of players that are in I'm just throw this out there, the top 50. So you'd have to manage all the information for the top 50 players at that point, or you or your team, whatever that specific is that they work on, and making sure that all that is correct as you get ready to go live on the games.
Yeah,
right?
Just getting ready to push everything. It's lots that's involved with it. It's not even just hockey, any kind of sports. I know Madden's pretty big, and especially FIFA's really big the other side of the world in Europe. And yeah, it's a lot more to it than you think about it. Once I've learned in the last 4 years that there's a lot more stuff that goes into it than you think just looking at it. So yeah,
I would assume that besides that, you also have the people that create the images and create the movement and create whatever it is, and then you have the stat side. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't even know. I'm just throwing it out there in my mind, thinking there are so many parts and pieces to whatever it is that needs to be done that it could be a whole sort of different avenues, right?
Yeah, there's lots of opportunities. It's just you just got to get in. You got to get in with the right people, and you got to prove yourself. Just like when you play hockey, it's the same thing.
So it's definitely, well, I don't want to say definitely, but it is kind of who you know and what you know at this point.
Yeah, that's 100% how it is, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
So are you a whiz on the computer? And what I mean by that is, there are some guys that know how to fix a computer. There are some guys, like does your family say, hey, my computer doesn't work, can you come help me?
I already know right when I get off my plane, when I go home for Christmas, the first thing is, it always is this. It's the first thing that's going to go is going to be, hey, yeah, our speakers aren't working, the Sonos isn't working, it's been out since you left, can you fix it? Or, oh, my phone, this and that, or do you know how to do this? Yeah, I'm usually I'm the one of two sons that's pretty good with that stuff. So yeah.
What got you, and I know we're talking a lot about it, but what got you interested in computers and all that?
Other than a young age, I was fortunate enough. I played hockey in Chicago for the Chicago Cougars, and I was fortunate enough to be in a billet family. I was fortunate enough all the places I played to have really good billet families. Charleston, South Carolina, Dryden, Ontario, but Chicago, my billet dad was one of the art directors for Mortal Kombat, so that really kind of kicked it off and just gave me a big drive, seeing super powerful people like that work, and it just kind of skyrocketed from there. So did I think, if I asked myself this when I was 6 or 7 years old at home, is this the path that in a million years would I've ever thought about? Definitely not. But that's where we are, and and I love it. I love every day of it. School's challenging, and yeah, we'll just see what the outcome is.
You're one of those players that it sounds like you have about as high a GPA as you have scoring prowess. Is that true?
Yeah, school's why I'm here. I treat school very fortunate enough. My mom and dad have sacrificed a lot for me to be out here in these last 4 years. Potentially going to be a fifth, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm very fortunate enough and very thankful to have very good family by my side, especially at home. Supporting me on this dream I've had since I don't even know, a long time.
Cody Lorenko of the Drury Panthers joining us. Now, you're from Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah.
You winced a little bit. Is that because you're thinking about what the weather's like right now?
It could be that. It could be that. It could be my Jets.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
that's
the big thing right now. It could be my Jets are not to a great hot start here, but yeah, it's cold.
Now, I will tell you right now, I have a Jets jersey, but right now I have a very sore spot because the Blues last year should have won that series, and they didn't.
You should have asked Kevin about that Game 7 on his couch.
Yep.
I was almost in tears, and
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's not looking too good right now. So
for both teams, actually. So it doesn't matter, right?
At this point, no. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We need Jonathan Taves to get going again.
Absolutely. Okay, so Winnipeg's your team, right?
That's correct.
Do you have a second favorite team?
I used to like the Red Wings, but that's long gone. I would say probably Edmonton. I can't stand Toronto or Montreal. Sorry, but I can't. I can't do it. I've lived with two Frenchmen for 4 years now, and just our apartment gets pretty rowdy when the Canadians are playing. So
okay. Who's your favorite player?
On the Jets right now, it's probably in general. I really like Jonathan Taves. I was fortunate enough when I played in Chicago to meet him a couple times personally. He's a super nice guy, and he's from Winnipeg. He's someone I've looked up to, besides my parents, of course, but someone in the hockey world I've looked up to. So, yeah.
Speaking of parents, do you have any brothers and sisters?
I got a brother, a little brother, and that's it. And 3 dogs.
Yeah. Okay, now, have you had a chance to play hockey with your brother at all?
Beer league. Oh, yeah,
that's
beer
what
league.
I mean, yeah.
Beer league, that's about it. If I would have stayed home and not went to college, I probably would have had 1 year. 1 year with them. I've got to play lacrosse with them in high school before COVID hit. But other than that, I haven't been lucky enough to watch them play lots though. So.
Okay, who's better?
It depends who you ask. Who's the favorite son? He's better. No, he's a good kid, good hockey player. He's got a good work. He's just like his brother. He's just like me.
Is he able to watch your games?
Oh yeah. Does he enjoy watching my games? Probably not. It depends how long I'm in the penalty box for. But it's the same thing when he plays. It's that's what it comes down to. So
you mentioned that. I don't want to say it's like a badge of honor, but when I said you were 5th in scoring, you said to me off the air, "Well, yeah, I've been out for quite a while." So you don't like to be the goon, do you?
I try not to be, but. Gooting's it's where it's needed. You got to stick up for guys when it needs to be stuck up for. Stuff doesn't go your way. I've done this for too long now, and you never know what the ref's going to call on every given day, especially out in Missouri. I'll tell you that because it's nothing like home.
Yeah, that's the difference too. I would assume officials are completely different down here than they are up there. 100%.
Everything's a lot more physical at home. That's how it is up north, where it's cold. It's hockey and just hitting. It's hard, fast hockey, and just lots of body contact. Here, you'll never. One day it'll be a penalty, one day it won't be. So.
I was going to say, which means up there you can pretty much, I don't want to say get away with everything, but get away with a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. You can get away with a lot more than it is down here.
Cody Lorenko joining us of the Drury Panthers. Thanks so much for doing this. And at the end of interviews, I wish players more goals. So I know you have 4, and I wish you more goals. So the next time we talk, which hopefully won't be another year from now, we can talk about the additional goals that you scored this year.
I hope so. Thank you very much, Steve.
All right.
I appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Absolutely. Thanks again for doing this.
Thank you.
Cody Lorenko joining us. We'll be back. More hockey coming up.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Tri-Lakes Marine started with Pat and Eric working out of the back of their service truck, repairing boats and keeping folks on the water. Today, Tri-Lakes Marine is the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state. At Tri-Lakes Marine, you will find in stock Yamaha outboards, G3 aluminum fishing boats, and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats. And Tri-Lakes Marine is still a full-service dealer with a complete Yamaha service center because maintenance matters. We take care of our customers. Check out our full lineup of boats and motors at Tri-Lakes Marine, 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. After one period, a 3-1 lead for the visitors and the Maryville Saints, who are trying to stop, at least this weekend, a 2-game losing skid. Prior to this weekend, they loved overtime. 4 prior to this weekend had gone into overtime. So we are ready to go for period number 2. The team's change ends. And so it's the period of the long change. Drury this time from the right to the left and from the left to the right. It'll be the Maryville Saints. Puck in front of the Drury bench. Taken by Cody Lorenko, the man we just talked to, with a shot in on goal. Sent behind the net. And it'll be grabbed by Maryville. They'll work it ahead up to center ice, getting a 3-on-3 developing and driven down in. Comes right in front, and a good play by Caleb Limpert to deflect it now to Neil Serrato. Across the line, Neil gets a nice move, and it is deflected into the near side corner. Right out in front, a drive that comes in from Labutis, and a save, the rebound. Lorenko is able to keep it going. Lorenko right side. Panthers change. Lorenko has some room. Now Labutis score! Drive from the right side. The Panthers make it a 3-2 game on Patrick Labutis' 5th of the season. Give Lorenko some credit. He kept things going, fed Labutis, and the Panthers crawl within 1. So again, the 5th of the season for Patrick Labutis. Again, Lorenko will get an assist, I believe. Now there is a penalty right after this. Lorenko is in the box. I guess you scored and you get a penalty called. We'll see what it's all about.
Panthers goal, his 2nd of the season, scored by number 11, Tyler Sillenpaw. Time of the goal, 1:04. Sillenpaw at 1:04. Also, Drury penalty to number 77, Cody Lorenko. 2-minute minor for slashing. Time of the penalty, 1:04. Lorenko, 2-minute minor for slashing at 1:04.
Well, that's the 2nd straight goal I've called wrong. I really thought that was Lorenko's goal. Sillenpaw is number 11. Lorenko is 77. I guess I could have been wrong, Scott, if we have a chance to take a look at that last one again later. Maybe the next stoppage. Let's see if my eyes have deceived me. Again, this is purely for my information here. Here's Cardinal. He is able to clear it and send it all the way down. 57 seconds remaining in the power play. Across the line, into the zone. Here's a follow-up shot by Eberlein, who now has 2 goals on the season. Puck is cleared and sent out. 39 seconds remains. (3-2) now, as the Panthers have stopped the 3-goal onslaught by Maryville. Down in low to Ferrari, has some room, he shoots, saved by Limpert. All right, Scott, let's see if we can take a look at that last goal and see if I indeed did not call that one correctly. Well, our replay system is cold today. Not happy. Well, we'll just go with it. So Sillenpaw apparently with the goal. Drive comes in, Limpert with the save, the rebound with 2 seconds to go. It is cleared all the way down, no icing. (3-2) in what started out as a 1-0 lead for Drury. Fournier, and then Eberline and Ferrari twice, with Sillenpaw to get the second goal for the Panthers. This one off the boards and covered up by Montgomery. 15-12 of the shots, they favor the Panthers. It has gotten colder in here. Puck sent in. Oh, what a save by Limpert on the drive. Huge save. And the Panthers still have a 3-2 deficit as Limpert shut the door there. Hebert with the pass in front and a good save on Stysiak. .16:15 to go in the period. I'm Steve Casson along with Scott Lutzke, doing it all today himself, keeping us on the air, and Gabby Marler with camera work. Thanks for joining us. And of course our team of social media crew that doing stuff behind the scenes that you see posted every day practically. That's Emma and Awen. Far side boards now. Panthers, can they clear? They are able to do that. Get it to Nick Lowe. He'll bring it out to center. And now to Brody Bean across the line. He shoots in, missing wide right. Bean again at the boards. Flipped by Sillenpaw. And taken out by the Maryville Saints into the zone off of Joey Bunton's stick and sent back around where the goaltender Limpert tried to cut it off. Sillenpaw is there on the far side. Work down around now for Hebert. Drive comes in from the right side on a shot by Carson Wyatt, and it's covered up by Limpert with 15:01 to go in the period. Face-off one, taken away by the Panthers, flipped off the glass by Serrato. Kept in play by Limpert. Now driven back in inadvertently by Serrato, trying to keep it away. Whaley is able to hold it on the line. Now to be Caleb Limpert. He'll have it just across the line. The Panthers will have it with Labutis. This pocket is picked. And it's back out to center. 14:30 to go in the period. Now Lourenco. Drive comes in, pad save, rebound out in front loose. A bouncer that is out to center ice. Serrato. Fancy footwork gets it in, but it's taken away by the Saints across the line, working it through as Amel. A drive that is deflected back behind the net. Flipped into Amel's skates inadvertently by Warner. Now grabbed by McMillan. Simpolo now to the near side off of Labutus, taken by Serrato. Neal will clear and get it out. Serrato, no points in a couple of games for him. His last goal and an assist was against Dallas Baptist on October 10th. It's been a while. Down to 13:30 remains. Here is Warner. He steals, has some room, he shoots, save, rebound, and the net gets dislodged as it's Ferrari to run into his own goaltender. So with 13:15 remaining, Warner steals the puck, has a break, actually had a 3-on-0, but the Panthers did not score. Now waiting for Montgomery to get set up. I think Montgomery just trying to take a break there. Draw one and sent wide off the draw by Fournier. 13:06 to go in the period. Puck sent back down into the Maryville end of the ice. Racing forward is Elijah Briss. Now center ice is the puck. Fans reacting to a hit back in the Maryville zone. Here is the Panthers, who will drive it in. Stopped behind by Briss into the near side boards. Getting checked is O'Connor. And now we're going to get a penalty. Jake Lyons hits a Saint from behind. He's going to go maybe more. Oh, that's a slash. Trip, slash, either one. Power play number 4 for the Saints. Drury is the only team that's been assessed.
Lions, 2-minute minor for slashing. Time of the penalty, 7:48. Lions, 2-minute minor for slashing at 7:48.
Here behind the net is Gilligan. Bazant, he's not able to clear. Kept in. Now a backhander by Bazant, still not able to get it out. .128 to go on the power play. I think we're going to get a penalty here, as having his stick knocked out of his hand is Gilligan, and it's a tripping call. And it's the other way around. Gilligan had his stick knocked out of his hand because he tripped a player. 2-man advantage for 123.
Panthers penalty to number 6, Devin Gilligan. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8:26.
Well, that's the penalty time, 8:26, and a 2-man advantage. Stiegel, Serrato, and Schmitz are the only ones out. The rebound, as the Panthers are able to get a shot, is taken away, though, by the Saints. They'll bring it in. Now they have the advantage. 53 remaining in the 2-man. Up top, Drive by Whaley instead. He plays catch. Now Whaley again. Blast in, save Limpert. Rebound, they score. Put in by Gavin Free on the front end of a power play. Second power play goal. Third goal of the season. Here in the second period, Maryville now has 1:17 to go on the power play.
A power play goal scored by number 16, Gavin Free. Assisted by number 41, Caden Whaley. And number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari. Time of the power play goal, 9:07. Free from Whaley and Ferrari at 9:07.
Now 49 seconds remaining in the power play and a chance to extend their lead for Maryville. Cross the line. Hamill will shovel it over to Meek, who has the pass taken away. Here's Lourenco, has some room. Lourenco, he drives in, he scores! Oh, what a play! As Lourenco just waited to the last minute to get the backhander through. It is a shorthanded goal. And all of a sudden, it is a 4-3 contest. What a move. Looks like he's going to go up over the top, waits, gets the backhander through. Fifth goal of the season for him. This one coming at 9:57.
Panthers goal. A shorthanded goal scored by number 76, Louis Fournier. His second of the game and ninth of the season. Assisted by number 18, Riley O'Connor. Time of the shorthanded goal, 9:57. Fournier, second of the game, ninth of the season. From O'Connor at 9:57.
All right, Scott. I don't know if it's too early or I'm too cold, but we'll have to look at that last one again to see if I've called it wrong as we get an icing call here. Let's take a look at that one. See if I have completely gone crazy here. Why does it replay not want to listen to me? Just wants to make sure that. So they're going to call Fournier on this. We'll go with it. So that is his ninth of the season, second of the game. O'Connor with an assist. You know what I will be doing at intermission, looking over these goals and to see if I'm just too cold, don't have enough coffee, who knows. Ebert will send it over to the far side. Work to Crest. Drive comes in, save, rebound, loose. Not able to get it was Hess. The rebound out in front, it's blocked. And the Panthers are able to clear and get it out of harm's way. We get an icing call here. .8:32 to go. And the Panthers We're that far away from having this time. Well, they were that far away from having a 2-goal deficit again. All right, so I took a look. It was Fournier's goal, 76. So apparently I'm just too cold to read the play here. We get a stoppage. 4-3 though. Let's go over the goals for you. Fournier, his first 6:04. Nick Eberlein on the power play in the first at 8:03. And then 2 goals by Ferrari at 10:56 and 19:35. Sillenpaw with 1 at 1:04 the second. That made it a 3-2 game. Free 4-2 on the power play, and then Fournier comes back with his second of the game, 9th of the season, 4-3 here in the second at 9:57. $7:41 to go in the period. Coming up at the second period intermission, it will be Riley O'Connor. He'll be our guest. Drive off the side of the net by Bunton. Now a couple of players scrum. That was Gilligan and Grau. Play comes out to center. 7:20 to go in the period. Puck driven down in. Gilligan lost the puck. Play comes in right to the corner of the net. And Limpert will grab it behind. And a couple of players pushing and shoving now. $7:05 to go in the period. Face off to the right of the goaltender Limpert. The other Limpert, Caleb, in to come to take the draw from Leahy. But it's sent back into the Panthers zone. So a 4-3 game now on the shorthanded goal by Fournier. There come the Saints as they drive it down in. Getting around to check is Leahy. Centered out in front, and it will be covered up by Limpert. Another game coming up. We'll have it for you right here on WSR. Division I action. 1:30. And at the rate this game is going, and with the time the way it is, we're going to push that time between games as we get a save by Limpert here. The game's scheduled to start at 1:30 with warm-ups at 1 p.m. That's when we'll be on the air. But this game here approaching 12 o'clock, and we still have another period to play. Drive comes in. It is the Panthers who struggle to get it. Jake Lyons can't pick it up. Finally, it's moved out to center ice. Serrato settles it down, gets it out to Lyons, who sends it in on the line. Broken up by Bazant. Taken by Stiegel. And swung around the rink by Schmidt, who has some help from Serrato. And they bring it down in. Now to Michael Kress. Right out in front, puck gets deflected into the corner. Panthers still looking for the game tire here. They led 1-0, and that is it as far as leading for Drury. And that was about a 2-minute lead. In fact, 2 minutes and 1 second. But it's been Maryville ever since. Panthers all the way down in their own zone for Gilligan. He's pushed out of the play. Panthers are able to clear at least to the line, and driven out by Cardinal. Sillenpaw back in his own zone to chase. Off of Fournier's stick. 4:30 to go in the period. Panthers have it right out in front, and a drive by O'Connor is deflected away. Now puck settled down for Cardinal, but instead we're going to get a penalty though. A tripping call and a power play. Going into the box, I believe, is Gilligan. Second consecutive power play. Second consecutive penalty and penalty type for Gilligan. This is power play number 6, I believe. They are 2 for 5.
6. Devin Gilligan, 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 15:43. Gilligan, 2-minute minor for tripping at 15:43.
So just 7 shots for the Saints on the man advantage. But Lourenco steals, has it right side. Lourenco looks around, or take that back. That is Fournier, 76. We've already had that problem earlier today. .120 remaining in the power play. Offside is called here. .112 to go with 3:29 remaining in the period. Face-off will come outside the zone. Won by the Panthers, and they'll set it up to Schmitz, who will drive it down in. .56 remaining in the power play. To the half boards. Kept by Amell. Over to the right side, or to the left side, that is, with a drive by McMillan that's cleared out by Limpert. Now another one. Easy to stop, Ledecky's drive, and we will have a face-off. 40 seconds remaining. Shots 26-20 in favor of the Maryville Saints. Maryville playing their first 3-game weekend series on the road. Here's a shot, it tipped in, oh what a save. The rebound is deflected around. The tip came in from Meek, huge save by Limpert, and in the second one we're going to whistle, stoppage and play. Net is dislodged. .18 seconds to go on the power play. Limpert. He'll send it down. Meek will step in front of him. 10 seconds remains. Puck taken by the Panthers. They'll have control. They get a man out of the box in 2 seconds. Now they're back at full strength. Here is Gilligan. Gains possession. Looks for the centering pass. Ground by Serrato. Lamel will have it. 6 goals, 5 assists for Colin Lamel out of Arnold, Missouri. Whistle for a hand pass here. 11 shots on the power play for Maryville, 2 for 6. .145 remains. Half boards now. Well, might get another penalty here, possibly. And we get a whistle, stoppage, penalty coming. Or is that an icing? Looks like it's an icing, but Nick Lowe having some words with Rusty Hess. They were jawing at each other, pulling each other's sticks. And when I heard the whistle, I thought maybe a penalty for that, but no, icing is the call. 1:26 to go. Here's shot out in front. Oh, what a save, as Nick Lowe had the opportunity to poke it in the upper corner. And Montgomery comes up with that. Down to 1:06 to go in the period. We get a whistle, stoppage and play. Puck is deflected out, so a face-off will stay in the zone. (4-3) Maryville. They have led since 2:02 of the period.
One minute remaining.
Face off with the right of the goaltender Montgomery. Drive, or the puck that is sent over to the near side boards. Returned back in. Ground by Whaley. Shoveled out to center. Cordova off the boards. Stegel back to Cordova. One hands it through. Kicks it down in low. 32 remaining. Ferrari will backhand it in. Sent behind the net now with 18. Drive comes in through some traffic. The shot by Wyatt, and it's covered up by Limpert. 15.4 to go. Shots 29-21. And that's Maryville's favor. They also lead on the scoreboard 4-3. Fournier, then Eberlein on the power play. Ferrari with a couple. Sillenpaw for Drury, then Free, and then Fournier as we have another stop here by Limpert. .7 to go. Cardinal in to take the draw. He wins it from McMillan. 6 to go. Here across the line, a shot that goes up high behind the net by Bazant, and that'll do it for the period.
Period activity. Drury goal at the 1:04 mark, scored by number 11, Tyler Sillenpaw, his second of the season. Drury penalty at 1:04. 2-minute minor for slashing to number 77, Cody Lorenko. Drury penalty at 7:48. 2-minute minor for slashing to number 12, Jake Lyons. Drury penalty at 8:26. A 2-minute minor for tripping to number 6, Devin Gilligan. Maryville goal, power play goal at 9:07. scored by number 16, Gavin Free, assisted by number 41, Caden Whaley, and number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari. Drury goal, a shorthanded goal at 9:57, scored by number 76, Louis Fournier, his second of the game, 9th of the season, assisted by number 18, Riley O'Connor. And Drury penalty at 15.
And that, of course, is the scoring there. The last Drury penalty, Gilligan, as Kevin Klein was letting us know. But a 4-3 game right now. Shots on goal. Garrett Limpert, that is, faces 20, two-period total of 30. And Tyler Montgomery faces 10, two-period total of 21. Maryville has all the power play opportunities, 6, and they are 2 for 6. Panthers have yet to be on the power play, as the Saints have not taken any. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Riley O'Connor. Panthers have cut the lead of Maryville to 1 now. It's 4-3 after 2 periods. We'll be back.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We are back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with Riley O'Connor of the Drury Panthers. Second in scoring for the Panthers in 13 games, 4 goals, that is, 10 assists, 14 points, 1.08 points per game. You're second in scoring with this hockey club by a point. Is that where you wanted to be this season?
I mean, I wanted to have a lot of points, but I also wanted everybody on our team to get a lot of points, which I feel like we're kind of struggling at so far to put the puck in the net. But I think we've had a couple of good weeks of practice, and I think this weekend will be good. And then the long break will give us some time to rest our bodies and get ready for second semester.
How different is it going to be? Now, again, you're playing McKendree this weekend, but during this weekend, you also have the D1 team playing Missouri State, so that's going to be a big rivalry. Fans are going to be here, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Is that maybe a little bit of a push to get you guys a little bit more energy, if you want to call it that, because there is another rivalry game taking place, or does that even matter?
I mean, it matters a little bit. Obviously, we're going to cheer for the D1 guys. I mean, I played with a couple of them, and I'm pretty good friends with them, so obviously we're going to cheer for them. But I think it's just another weekend. We played McKendree our first 2 games of the year, and I believe we won and lost in overtime.
Yep.
So they were good games and pretty physical, and I think it'll be a good test, like, to see where we're at, and hopefully get 2 W's before we go home for break.
That's the big key too, is getting those wins, and this is the team that right now is, like you say, you have some wins maybe that you thought you should have had, or excuse me, some losses that you thought you should have had as wins, and things have gone maybe not necessarily the way that you've wanted them to go.
Yeah, I mean, we can always turn it around. I know we have, I think, at least 12 to 13 games left. Like, I know if we sweep Arkansas, we make Mock the playoffs. So, I mean, every game's important, but I think we're just right now trying to get better every week for those Arkansas games, to leave everything on the line to hopefully have a playoff, make the playoffs, and then hopefully have a good playoff push.
Now, the big key, too, is that I believe 7 of the last 10 are at home.
Yep.
So that's got to be a positive thing for this team who you say really needs some victories right now.
Yeah, I know we've had a lot of road trips. It seems like we're gone every other weekend, but it'll be nice to play at home. Don't have to travel as much and play in front of our fans, which they always help us out. So that'll be good. I think we've only had 4 or 5, maybe 6 home games so far, if that.
This is also a team, that for the most part has not had very many home games at all.
Yeah.
Now, come January, you're going to play an interesting Sunday game.
Yeah, I think that's at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. But yeah, I think they play Missouri State twice, Friday, Saturday, and then we'll get them, thankfully, when they're a little bit more tired on Sunday, and we'll have rested legs.
Yeah, that's a Maryville game, and then I think you've got the 23rd and 24th against Arkansas in January. Like you say, that's going to be the big key because you make mock-up playoffs, and then that's so important being in the postseason, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the team that'll be like the top of the mock, it was Dort, and first time we played them, we were up 4-2 in third period, and we just kind of played terrible the rest of that game. So, you know, we could play with them. We just ultimately just collapsed in the last part of that game. So,
well, and there's no arguing that. I mean, Dort right now is probably one of the best teams in Division III right now.
I know a lot of them were all Minnesota high school hockey players. So, like, obviously Minnesota high school hockey is pretty dang good. So, they got a lot of talent, and yeah, it was fun to play there. I mean, their rink was sold out and everything, but yeah, they were a good team for sure.
Riley O'Connor joining us of the Drury Panthers. Now, what made you decide to come originally to Drury?
They had a good science program, which I am still doing. The first coach, I mean, I liked him a lot personally, and it was free. Like, you didn't have to pay to play. Like, I know a lot of ACHA teams have to pay. Yeah, I like the campus. Like, I wanted to go to a smaller school, and Drury's like pretty small school, and like the city of Springfield was like when I like drove around it with my mom and dad. I liked it. So like just all those things tied together.
Now I'm trying to remember, and I believe this is true. So you are one of a handful of players that have played in all divisions that Drury's been a hockey school.
No, I started on the D1 team last year. Started there and then ultimately dropped to D3. So I never played a game for the D1 team, but I started on the, like in the, I guess preseason you can call it, on the D1 team, but then ultimately dropped to D3.
So they've been D1 for 2 seasons, and prior to that they were a D2 team, and then prior to that they were a D3 team.
No, they were our freshman, sophomore year, they were D2 teams. We were D2, and then there was obviously the split. Last year, and then it's the same thing this year.
So. Okay, so you are not one of the handful of players that have done that.
I know Louis Fournier is, Cedric Cardinal is, and I believe that's maybe one more, but that's the only 2 I can think of.
Yeah. Okay, so a handful, but still. But now you've had it. You know, you talked about having a cup of coffee with the D1 team, and now you're on the Division III team. In your estimation, I don't want to compare the two and say which is more fun, but I guess which one are you happier with?
Personally, I'm happier with the D3 team. Like, all my best friends, maybe there's 1 or 2 guys on the D1 team that I'm real close with, but other than that, like, all my best friends that I've known here for 4 years are all on the D3 team, and I really like Brett. He's a great dude. He's always been there for me. Like, our first year when our coach got ultimately let go, we didn't have a coach, so he stepped in and ultimately saved this program to a degree. But yeah, I'd say I'm a lot happier with D3 in the long run.
Talking with Riley O'Connor of the Drury Panthers. Now, who is your favorite NHL team?
Minnesota Wild.
Okay. Now, the original Minnesota Wild or the adaptation?
I mean, I wasn't born yet when the North Stars were there, but my dad's from Minnesota, so he grew me. I guess I was almost forced into it. So I don't know. I'm a Wild fan. Luckily, they've been doing pretty good this year so far.
Yeah, so far.
We'll see how it goes.
Who's your favorite NHL player?
That's a good one. I'd either say Kirill Kaprizov or a Blues player, Jimmy Snuggerud, because he played at the University of Minnesota, and he was a lot of fun to watch. So I like how he plays the game. He's got a really good wrist shot, which I try to admire my game after almost. So
is it safe to say that he's kind of the guy that you model your game after?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you always wanted to play your position? Have you ever wanted to play a D or a goalie or anything?
Not goalie for sure. I don't know honestly how the goalies do it, but defense was something I wanted to try, but I quickly learned that I couldn't skate couldn't skate fast enough backwards to keep up with these fast forwards, so I ultimately chose to play forward.
How would you describe yourself? Are you that quick up and back guy? Are you the grinder guy? Do you like to get in the corners? What's your type of play?
I'd say I like to get in the corners. I like to be physical. I like throwing the body around, but I also like scoring goals a lot. So I mean, I'd say kind of like a hybrid between the two. But yeah, I'm never afraid. You never have to ask me twice to hit somebody in a game. So
there you go. Have you ever just got ready? You're getting ready to line up a guy, and you're just about to go, and as you're getting there, he moves, and you realize, oh crud, I'm going to hit the glass.
No, but I had a similar situation. We were playing Missouri State this year when I hit Jacob Hawley over there by the penalty box, and I got ultimately Marzola kicked me out of the game. But I felt bad because I love Halls. I played with him 1 year when he was at Drury before ultimately transferred to Missouri State. But I was going in to hit him, and then I was gonna hit him in his shoulder, and then he turned to his back, and I knew it right away once I hit him. But I was already going in for the hit, so I couldn't really stop myself. But it's all good now. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys talked about it and everything's fine, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Now, do you have any brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother that he goes to the University of Minnesota. He's a equipment manager for the women's hockey team, and then works for the football graphics team. And then I have two younger sisters who play for Little Caesars, AAA down in Detroit. So big hockey fan.
So I was gonna say a big. Okay, so who's better?
Oh, jeez. My oldest sister, who's 19, just committed to D3 school, Gus Davis Adolphus in St. Peter, Minnesota. And then my youngest, who's 17, she's talking to a handful of D1 teams. So, I'll give it to them. I mean, they're going to go NCAA. I did not. So, but totally, boys and women's hockey is totally different. But, I'll give it to them.
Did you all get together and play some shinny, some pickup anywhere together?
Yeah, my dad used to build the little makeshift outdoor rink in the backyard, with the tarps and the wooden boards.
Yeah.
And it worked for about 2-3 weeks, and then something would break, and then something else would break. But when it was working, we'd be on there for 5-6 hours till midnight. My dad ultimately had to put a big not like a street light, but a big bright light on top of the roof. So it'd be 1 o'clock, still have light on the rink, so you can see what you're doing out there.
That's got to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Did anybody play goalie, or did you not have one?
No, my oldest plays forward, my youngest plays defense.
Okay.
So, yeah, no goalies in their house.
Who's got the best move?
That one I'll give myself. I think I'll give that one to me.
There you go. Well, at the end, 4 goals this weekend, and next time we talk, we'll talk about all those additional goals you got.
For sure.
And again, second in scoring, but by 1 point, so you never know.
I think Seti's in front of me. I got to catch him.
Absolutely.
Well, I also help him out, my teammates. So.
Riley O'Connor, hey, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Steve Casson with you, along with Scott Lutsky. He keeps us on the air from a couple hours away. It is nice, cozy, warm home. Yeah. You didn't have to walk out and get up in the morning and deal with all this cold stuff, which, again, it has definitely affected me, as 2 of the 3 last goals that I scored were not correct, or that I called were not correct. And I'll tell you what, that's a rarity. But either way, I really don't think we're going to have much time to get our next game in the specific time frame, because we're only about 45 minutes away from warm-up time. But we'll see what happens here as we have a 4-3 lead for Maryville. Teams back to their normal positions in the first period. Skating left to right for Drury, right to left for Maryville. And a quick drive by Eberlein comes in, and it's deflected away, so we will have a stoppage in play. Face off to the right of the goaltender Limpert. Garrett Limpert, his last game was a 3-0 loss to McKendree on December 6th. Stopped 20 of 22. His career high shots against, he stopped 40 of 52 in a 10-4 loss against Kansas on January 31st of 2025. So almost a year ago. Puck driven into the Panthers zone. Taken by Schmitz. And the puck is cleared back out. And Briz will have it. Now once again Eberlein. Pass over intended for Hess, broken up by the Panthers. Hess with more of trouble there, and we get a stoppage here. I believe for the net being dislodged, although Limpert set it up before, or just right before the whistle. Panthers immediately get it. They bring it out to center. Intercepted, though, taken away by Kress. 4 assists for him this season in now his 20th game. 18:28 to go in the period. Puck centered through, a drive in, good save on the shot by Hebert. Panthers have it, they bring it across the line, 3-on-2, lead pass, Fournier, backhander, oh, what a goal! It is tied 4-4, and the hat trick for Louis Fournier. 22nd shot for the Panthers. 10th goal of the season. Went from forehand to backhand, and the Panthers have tied this game up at 4-4. Goal coming at 1:49. Little delay here.
Panthers goal. His 3rd of the game and 10th of the season. Scored by number 76, Louis Fournier. Assisted on the play by number 8, Cedric Cardinal. Time of the goal, 1:49. Fournier, 3rd of the game, 10th of the season from Cardinal at 1:49.
So the Panthers get even, since the start of the game. When it was 0-0, they did take a 1-0 lead and have clawed their way back in a 4-4 contest. Puck out to center. Do we want extra time? The answer is really no, since we have another game to go at 1:30. Early on, my assumption was this was going to be a 10 a.m. game, and they pushed it back to 10:30. Puck driven around. Limpert will stop it there. Gets it over to the corner, flipped out by Lyons, and the Saints, that is, almost had too many men on the ice. You could argue there was. There was a player skating off when the puck was touched near the bench. Now here is Briss getting it over with some help by Zarilla, and he'll drive it in. 4-4. First time it's been tied since the first period at 8:03. That was a 1-1 score. Panthers have it. Nick Lowe across the line. Lowe stops up. He's hounded by Meek, and Meek steals. Now Meek runs his way through. Stepping in front of him and losing his stick was Caleb Schmitz. He'll go to the bench in favor of Sillenpaw with a stick now. Now Sillenpaw did not get the puck. Pushes his man down. Play continues. Around the drop stick. Here come the Panthers. They have a 3-on-3, although one peels off. Now it's Sillenpaw in the zone. Sillenpaw pushed into the corner. He's double teamed. Still has possession of it. Centers it out in front. And it goes now to Limpert. He swings it over to Serrato. Here's a drive, and they score! May have been tipped in, but they're hugging Serrato, so we'll give it to him. The Panthers all the way back to take a 5-4 lead, and Neil Serrato will get goal number 2. Let's see if that is indeed the case. Yeah, it's all Serrato. A 3 straight for Drury. Starting with the goal at 9:57 of the second period. This one coming at 4:25.
Panthers goal, his second of the season, scored by number 2, Neil Serrato. Assisted on the play by number 7, Austin Evans, and number 26, Caleb Limpert. Time of the goal, 4:25. Serrato, his second of the season, from Evans and Limpert at 4:25.
A 5-4 lead for Drury. And this game has gone all sorts of everywhere. Panthers trailing as much as a 3-1 deficit, 4-2, and now it is a 5-4 lead. As here comes Whaley, though. He'll shoot it wide. Puck off the boards. Now to Fournier. Has his pocket picked at center ice, and the Panthers, with a line change, have possession. Briz is there. He will send it up, but Sillenpaw quickly sends it right back. Getting pulled down is O'Connor. Puck stays in. Taken by Warner. Shoveled out to center and all the way down, and a couple of players colliding. One of them was Antonio Cordova along with Kress, but nothing called there. Play continues. Buck comes in. I believe it said Cress. It's Zorilla that got tangled up. Now Cordova, he steals. Drive in, misses. On his knees was O'Connor to try to get possession. He does. Centers it up front. Nobody there. Buck around the drop stick again. Here come the Panthers. They bring it across the line. Dropped down by Schmitz. Behind the net. Intercepted, though. Taken away by Maryville. And sent out to center. Hebert doing the honors. He goes to the bench. Now the Panthers have it again. Stegel sends it through. Bazant not able to grab. Now keeping it on the far side and getting hit for his efforts was Gage Robb. Buck is taken away and cleared out to center, where it will be Schmitz to pick it up. Still have that drop stick on the ice. The official picks it up, and he'll hold on to it till he can get it to the bench. 12:31 to go. Puck stolen. Leahy has it. Drive missing wide. Stick is delivered to the bench. All good there. 12:17. So play continues. Clock continuing to roll. That's a boost for everybody. Yes, we're just about 35 minutes away from needing to start game number 2 of this day. Of course, Division I action. And Drury versus Maryville. Yesterday was a big win for Drury in overtime, 2-1. Joe Davidson getting the overtime goal at 2:19 of the period, the extra period. Stolen by Whaley. Has some room. Whaley gets a shot off. It's blocked. Goes into the corner. Chased by Gilligan. Sent back around to the near side boards. Bad hop, but it favors the Panthers, and they bring it out to center ice. Across the line to Evans. Evans will have it. Trying to get around the stick check of Ledecky. Out to center. Now to Grau. He'll have it right side. Grau has some room. Sends it in front. Limpert tried to poke it away. It comes out to Nick Lowe. Panthers will have it. They settle it down. They get it out to center ice. And Ledecky will intercept. Bring it left side. Looking wide. Drive missing to the left, that is. Right of the goaltender. 10:45 to go. Panthers, after a deflection, are able to clear it out to center ice. Shots 34-24. That favors Maryville. Here is Elijah Briz. He's looking for something in front. Nothing but white jerseys. Well, white and maroon. And the Panthers will have possession. Here come Drury across the line for Cordova. He hits the outside of the net. Hit the post, but it was the outside portion of it. And the puck sent back into the Panthers zone for Zon Warner. Labutis. He gets a pass over to Lorenko, who gets a shot off and a save by Montgomery. Tyler Montgomery, his career high in shots, stopped 49 of 50 versus Dallas Baptist in a 2-1 overtime win, February 21st of 25. But that was not the highest shot total in the game. Dallas Baptist goalie John Mammon stopped 77 of 79 in the loss. A lot of shots in that game. That was probably his career high. Bucks in all the way down for an icing call here. 9:43 to go in the period. I believe that's some of the highest numbers I've seen in shot totals for two goalies, in fact. But to stop 77 of 79 and still have a loss, especially in overtime. Maybe I'll jinx it by saying that. Here comes Lorenko, tried to stuff it through, couldn't do it. Now off the boards. It's Schmitz with the drive in, save, rebound. Lorenko is there, can't grab. It comes out to center ice. Serrato will send it over. Panthers having trouble with it. As Schmitz passes intercepted, sent deep into the Panthers zone. Now Schmitz with it again. 9:12 to go in the period. Puck tipped into the Maryville end. Sent around as Carson Wyatt to chase. Fournier has it, brings it up top, and deciding if he was going to take a one-timer or not was Gilligan, and by the time he figured it out, his attempted shot was blocked. Here come the Panthers. O'Connor has some room up the middle. O'Connor waits, he shoots, and it gets deflected up and out of play off the blocker, the goaltender Montgomery. 8:41 to go in the period. A lot of action here, a lot of non-stop action. O'Connor in to take the draw, and he tries to win it from Hess. It'll be Zarilla. 3 assists for him this season. Last assist versus Mizzou on December 5th. Puck driven down in, taken by Briz. Now here comes a 4-on-2 into the zone. Now a 4-on, they'll make that a 3-on-2. 8:05 to go in the period. Right side to Zarilla. Drive comes in, they score on the rebound. It is Zarilla, I believe. Well, let's see who led the line. Looks like Hess led the line. We'll see if we can take a look at it here. There's the shot, the rebound put back, and yeah. They were all pointing to somebody else, but Hess, it looks like, will get the goal. This coming at the 12-minute mark.
Maryville goal, scored by number 37, Zach Zarilla. Assisted by number 18, Rusty Hess, and number 5, Elijah Briz. Time of the goal, 12 minutes. Zarilla from Hess and Briz at 12 minutes.
So it is Zarilla's goal, much like I thought on the putback. And that's his first of the season, so I guess need to start talking more about players. So he'll get it. It's a 5-5 game now. 7:22 to go. Panthers come in. Stagel with a drive, saved by Montgomery. Rebound to the half boards, and a potential shot by Cordova that gets steered aside. We're going to get a penalty coming up. And Lyons did the right thing. He told Stagel just back away. Penalty is coming up. It's a cross check. And Ferrari will go. First penalty, first power play for the Panthers. Here in the third period, and a great opportunity for the Panthers. So Ferrari gets a cross check. Fournier with a drive. It's blocked. He was looking for goal number 4, as he already has the hat trick. Golden opportunity for the Panthers to take the lead here. They'll reset it up, bring it across the line. Dropped in by Cardinal. No, there is no rebound. There is a pass that comes out. Panthers to set it up with 1:26 remaining. Cardinal, leading scorer with 15 points this season. Puck makes its way well up until Fournier just got a hat trick. Now Lorenko tries to stuff it home. It doesn't work. To the point, Cardinal keeps it in. Right side. He'll spin it all the way around. Does it get to a Panther? It does. Puck behind the net. Lorenko looking for the wraparound. Gets the opportunity. Schmitz is there, and what do we have? It can't be the net. It has not been dislodged. I don't understand the reasoning for that. It was there in its position, not dislodged. That stops a good opportunity for the Panthers. We'll do it all again. O'Connor will come in to take the draw with McMillan. Panthers don't win the draw. Puck is cleared. We're down to 6 minutes remaining. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Panthers finally managed to get it. Stagel will bring it across the line. Has some room. Goes behind the net. Stagel gets around the check of Zarilla. Over to Limpert. They play catch, does Limpert and Bazant. Drive comes in, tipped by Stagel behind the net. Labutus with it now. Power play for 22 seconds. Behind the net, shoveled over to the left side. Looking for it is O'Connor. He'll get it back again. O'Connor spins. Power play now for 10. Right on the line. Bazant lost it. It's cleared, and that should do it for the power play. It'll end. We go back to 5-on-5. Bazant with it. Here is Zarilla. Across the line. Had some room. Drops it back. Looking for a return pass. Up the middle. Blast comes in. Missing by Hess. Another drop stick. And a small line change for Maryville. 4:40 remaining in the game in a 5-5 contest. Panthers with it. Stagel again. 4 goals, 5 assists for Gannon this season. He'll shove it across the line into the zone. Drops it back. Here's a drive. Gets deflected up and out of play on the shot by Labutus. Stagel just recently lost a 3-game point streak where he had 3 goals and 3 assists. Did not score in the final game against Missouri State back in December. Now the Panthers keep it in on a miscue. Well, Bean had it for a moment. Chipped away from him, cleared by Stasiak. It's out to center ice, and the Panthers return the favor, and they'll bring it in. Do not have possession. It's Whaley to clear with 3:58 to go in the period. Racing in his own zone, Gilligan. He steps in front of a man, able to at least get it out to center ice. A bouncing puck. Panthers with it. They bring it across the line. Drop back from Lowe. Gets to Evans. Off of him. Sillenpaw keeps it in. Now left side drive, missing by Gilligan. Lowe will keep it in right side. Drop it behind to Bean. He lets it go. Moves it over to the left side now to Gilligan. Gilligan and Bean there. Checked by McMillan and grabbed by Meek. And he'll look for a pass. Instead it's broken up. Meek brings it right side. Centering pass. Taken away by the Panthers. 3:15 to go in the period. 5-5 game. Panthers have led twice, 1-0 and 5-4. Puck down in. Fournier to check through. O'Connor out in front. Now Fournier with it, shovels it out in front, could not get it to Cardinal. Schmitz, that is, has to go back and play defense here as the puck is flipped back out to center. We have a whistle, stoppage and play, and maybe an offside? I think that's what it is. .240 to go. Panthers steal the puck. Fournier had it. Nobody over on the left side, that is, as the puck deflects through, and now Danny Leahy with it. Has some room. Broken up by Drury. 2:20 to go in the period. In a 5-5 game, we will go to a sudden death overtime period if that indeed happens. Puck sent wide. Icing will be the call. 2:09 to go. .204 remains. Puck out in front, they score! It was a loose puck that made its way out in front, and poking it home past the diving Limpert is their leading scorer, Ferrari. It's a 6-5 lead, 1:55 to go. And that'll be his 12th goal of the season, second of the game. Take that back. That's the hat trick. That is his 13th.
His third of the game, scored by number 19, D'Angelo Ferrari. Time of the goal, 18:05. Ferrari, his third of the game at 18:05.
They're going to call it unassisted now with 1:35 to go. We'll see if Limpert will come out of the net or not. But the hat trick for Ferrari. Late in this contest. Apparently unassisted. Puck driven in. Goaltender stays in. Labutis looking to steal the puck. Saints, who have taken the lead, lost the lead, have crawled back. The Panthers trying to tie things up. Goaltender Limpert stays in. Labutis will send it back out. Panthers lost the puck. Here is McMillan, has some room. He shoots, and it gets deflected up and out of play. 37th shot. Again coming up. Well, let's pause for a timeout. Drury takes a timeout. We will take a timeout. Tell you about who's coming up next.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson, Scott Lutsky keeping us on the air. Gabby Marlar with camera work. 1:04 remaining. Goaltender comes back in. And we have another game right after this. A 1:30 game will be on the air in just about 20 minutes or so. With Drury, D1, and Maryville, D1. So less than a minute to go. Panthers. We'll see if they pull the goaltender. Lost stick on the ice again. As Drury coughs up the puck, Whaley is able to send it down in. 45 seconds remaining. Panthers cannot get anything established. They lose the puck. It's sent back in, but this time it hits somebody on the bench. So the face-off with 37.7 seconds. It's going to be in front of the Drury bench. Still not far enough away to pull the goaltender, and I don't know if they're going to. Our Drury. Depends on who wins the draw. The Panthers do win the draw, but not able to gain possession. 30 seconds remaining. Panthers have had nothing established here. They bring it across. That's as far as it goes. 24 seconds remains in the third. Panthers still not able to get it in the zone. Goaltender stays in. Now they'll drop it down around. Now the goaltender comes out with just 13 seconds remaining, and we're going to get a penalty. A penalty here. Tripping call. Well, there's just 11 seconds left. But a penalty has been called, the second one for the Saints here in the third period. It goes against Leahy. And off the draw, the Panthers have it. Drive comes in by Fournier. Goaltender has been pulled. There's now 4 seconds. Puck makes its way all the way down and curves into the net, but the buzzer had sounded. No goal. Final score 6-5. And Maryville will take the victory. So 6-5 victory. You take a look at the shots. Seven on Limpert, three-period total of 37, and 10 on Montgomery, three-period total of 31. And again, the final score, unlike what's shown, is 6-5. There we go. Thanks, Scott. Power plays 0 for 2 for the Panthers, but 6 penalties, 12 minutes. Saints, they were 2 for 6 with the man advantage, 2 penalties, 4 minutes. And again, carried Limpert with 37 shots, 31 saves, 83.78%, and Tyler Montgomery, 83.87%, stopping 26 of 31. Goals, Fournier at 6:04. Nick Eberline makes it 1-1 at 8:03 of the first. Then Ferrari with a couple of goals to make it a 3-1 game. Sillenpaw comes back, it's 3-2. Power play goal for Free, it's 4-2 in the second period. Then shorthanded Fournier with his 9th of the season to make it 4-3. Fournier then gets his 10th, 1:49 of the third to make it 4-4. Serrato, his second, 5-4. And then Zarilla gets his first of the season at the 12-minute mark, 5-5. 18:05, Ferrari, his hat trick goal, 13th of the season, unassisted. 6-5 is the final score. We're going to head on out of here as we have another game coming up. It's Division I action. We'll be on shortly, maybe 15 to 20 minutes or so. For Scott Lutzke, keeps us on the air, I'm Steve Casson, and for Gabby Marler, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, the final score, the Drury Panthers with a loss here tonight, 6-5. Does Maryville take this game? Another one coming up on our Division I channel, so we hope you'll tune in for that in about 20 minutes or so. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of breakfast with us here this morning, as Drury Panther hockey will continue here shortly. Until then, stay warm, drink a lot of coffee, and we'll see you soon.